This is an historic piece of infrastructure that is going to waste in Port Antonio, Jamaica. Now, the whole railway system got to Port Antonio in 1896, and very few of these can be found anywhere, even around the world. This that you are looking at is a turntable, and these are used in areas where there are limited space for rail, and you're not going to find this very many places around. But here in Port Antonio, where there is no vision, this is also a tank, and you can be sure that this was built from about 1896. Here's a piece of the locomotive that is still here. But when I talk about the lack of vision in Portland and the lack of care, this is what I am talking about. So this is what is happening on this piece of history, this piece of infrastructure that children from right across Jamaica should be coming to look at this. But this is Port Antonio, where our leaders lack that sense of pride and that sense of civic duty, and therefore you see what is taking place on this piece of history. Now, just go around it, because we want to see for yourself. Yeah, because if me just come on here and talk, people are going to say me I talk garbage. In fact, one time some man wanted to cut this up and sell it for scrap metal, and a few of the councillors and the then mayor came down here and defended it. But defended it to what end? Because see it here, a truck are rotten down in it, and this should be cleaned up and be preserved. So we're calling on the Jamaica Heritage Trust to come and clean this area, fence it around, and make we keep this as a significant part of our history. This piece of locomotive needs to be cleaned up and preserved. What is happening to our sense of pride, our sense of belonging, and our sense of history? It is sad. This place lacks leadership. So, just take the time out this morning to come show you it. Walk around it and show you. Very few of this in the world. In fact, in America you can find these in museums, based on my research. Because what used to happen, is the head of the train, the engine part of that just come on this and turn around to go back to where it come from, because the railway really ended at this location. This is one of the real houses. This is the house, one of the house. But I'm telling us, Port Antonio dirty. I want clean up and need management. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. All of this should be fenced and preserved as a part of our history. But where there is no vision, people perish. A part of our history. This building is a part of the railway building, and a whole heap more buildings are on the other side. Yeah, man. So we're looking at the turntable.